everyone? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to talk about two things. One thing we've already kind of done in detail, but excited to bring you a different color of the Santa Cruz. And then in front of me, you're going to see the Tucson 2023 Tucson with the XRT package and the similarities that I want to kind of point out. In the XRT, they don't make a midnight edition in the Tucson anymore. They call it an XRT, and kind of gives you some black wheels, black grill, and things that we'll talk about. But the Santa Cruz is based and built on the Tucson chassis. So the cool thing about both of them, and I think this is a midnight blue, Savannah, that's here, and obviously one of our greatest videos of all times that you guys have watched is on a Santa Cruz Midnight Edition. It was a magnetic gray, if I'm not mistaken. And I think in that video, I talked about, man, it would be great if they actually brought us one in black. So two things that are different between the two models, even though, like I said, they're built on the same platform. If you notice the grille in the Tucson, even with this XRT package, you do get the black grille, right? Black chrome grille, but they kept actually the logo in silver. Okay. You see the front air dams as well in black cladding, a little bit beefier. Like we talked about before, when we move over to actually the Santa Cruz, obviously the light configuration is different. It has that black chrome as well, but the logo itself, as we've talked about in the past, is that black chrome. And I think that kind of makes it stand out. The entire insert to the grille is that black chrome as well. Obviously, the black cladding and the bumper are down on the lower side. But I just think that the configuration of that black chrome and the logo being black makes it look a little bit beefier. Just a couple of things that come on an XRT Tucson that separates it from actually the midnight package, right? So this color, it's terrible getting old. I'm going to call it blue now. Deep sea. So it's a deep sea blue, looks black at night. This XRT gives you the solid black wheels, 19-inch wheels and tires. It gives you a sunk in, if you can see, step bar. A little bit more for aesthetics than you're actually going to use unless you open the door. You're going to be able to put your toe on it, right? But the overall look with the black cladding, with the black wheels, with the black bars, with the crossbars, is similar in concept to a midnight edition. So to me, it gives the Tucson a little bit sporty of a look in the exterior instead of that monotone color that you would get without it being this package. And as we move over to the Santa Cruz Midnight Edition, you can see that everything is black, right? To me, in this package, not only does it make it sporty looking, it looks a little beefier to me in the color, obviously with the kind of flat painted black wheels, obviously the flat painted step bars as well. You can see the difference. These are a little tube wood flat. That's a long running front and back flat, no tubes. And then we've talked about the interior in this vehicle as well, but the similarities that I want to point out, and Savannah will go around the other side, but from the steering wheel forward, in that flat panel, basically iPad digital dash that you have, when you open up this Tucson now with this XRT package, the interior is very similar to what you see in the Santa Cruz. Now, obviously, the seats are different. This is a leather interior. The Santa Cruz comes with cloth. But if you notice that same iPad type dash, it's exactly the same. So they took some of the interior from the Tucson and basically swapped it over to a new model, which is their Santa Cruz. One thing that I want to point out on both of them for 2023 that we just noticed, maybe it's the new shipment of what's coming in. I happened to notice this when we pulled the cars in. And what you do is you actually just put your phone. It actually takes you to YouTube, and it tells everything that you would ever want to see that you used to have to read in a manual in a video. And it's on both, which makes me believe that it's going to be something that's standard now. instead of having to flip to the page of a thick actual owner's manual, you can now have that on your phone, so you'll be able to scan if there's something that maybe the dealer didn't explain to you, maybe the salesperson didn't explain to you. You'll be able to find it now by just having that barcode, and we probably would put that on the back of maybe something that we put in the glove box, or something that you would be able to have, so you'd always be able to reference it. So I think it's a pretty cool thing to do now, especially in this digital world. I know we've talked about how plastic and protection and what you see in this when it just came off the truck, but the number of accessories that are now coming with Hyundai is phenomenal, and the care that they're shipped as well. You can see that in here there'll be the regular carpet mats, floor mats, a travel kit, safety kit, band-aids. I believe this is for the hitch, and I think that is the cargo net. And when you move over to the Santa Cruz, they don't store them in the back when they ship it. Everything is actually shipped inside. That big mat that you see is actually a mat for the bed, and then the floor mats and everything are inside as well. So just something that's a little bit extra care, a little bit of things that are going to be included with accessories. And I think it's just a great thing to have them packaged and placed that way for people that you may not know that that's how they come. So there is some thought process of how they sit them. I do think if this vehicle was all white with the same black accents, it would give it a different look as well. So I'm hoping that we get that in, and we can shoot that on film as well to give you that kind of pop from the black wheels, the black cladding, the black grille, and everything that comes with it. Both vehicles drive and ride very similar. It's built, like I said, on the Tucson chassis. So you're going to get that same feel. Easy to drive, easy to turn, easy to park. And when you have to go get some things at Lowe's to plant spring flowers, I think for me, I'd rather put it in the back of the truck, hose it off, instead of putting it in the back of a SUV. So hope you enjoy the video. Hope you subscribe, like, and share. Any questions on both, please comment down below which one of these two you would drive. If everything's comparable, and I think they are, MSRP on the Tucson is $35,400, and I think MSRP on the Midnight Edition is $37,600. So a little bit of a difference. Which one will you drive if they were both the same? We'll see you next week.